Hello friends, good morning. Happy Saturday. I was up way too late last night. I'm like moving so slow today, but there is nothing that makes me feel more alive than putting on my makeup. All right, I'm gonna pin my shopping link right here in the comments, and then I'm gonna share this to my other pages. I have one page that I post a lot in called Beauty by Rhea Hope. And then I have another one called Rhea Coleman, which is like my actual Facebook page. So make sure you're hanging out with me in all of those places. And then we'll get started. Share that to the group. And then I have a VIP group called Rhea Hope. Beauty by Rhea Hope is the group. The kids are outside riding in their little motorized car thing. So if you hear them giggling, they're outside with Ryan. Hopefully I don't run into my car. Hi guys, welcome morning. Happy Saturday. Who else is feeling sleepy today? It's like super gloomy here. It's been like sunny and gorgeous, and today it's like super gloomy. And I think that has me feeling more tired. Aw, thank you. Okay, so like I said in the caption, we're gonna do like a pretty in pink. I was kind of vibing off my bodysuit, so I thought, what a better day than to do palette 3. So we're gonna do Addiction Palette 3 today. Yay! I'm gonna take these off because they're distracting. The kudos this month is any Addiction palette you want, any mascara you want, any eyeliner, and you can upgrade to get the eye primer for free. So really, really good deal on the kudos. And then if you haven't seen, the spray foundation is back in stock. A lot of the colors are already selling out. I was on there earlier. Taffeta is still in stock. I believe chiffon is still in stock, and velour is still. So if you are any of those shades, definitely make sure that you snag it because it's gonna sell out really quickly. Actually, I'm gonna double check because I thought there was more than that back. I had it up. Yeah, okay. So we have velour is still in stock, taffeta, chiffon, linen, satin, khaki, chalice, velvet, and then all of the darker shades. The only darker shade that's not in stock is cashmere, and eyelet. But if you are eyelet, taffeta is basically the same color. It's just a little more yellow undertoned, but you can't really hardly notice it in the spray. So a ton are still available. And like I said, they're gonna sell out today. Like, I'm actually shocked that all of those are still available. So if you haven't grabbed the spray foundation, definitely need to ASAP because it is so good. It's like super airbrush coverage. It's amazing. Yes, go grab it really quickly and make sure you grab it right here, rheahopebeauty.com. All right, so for today's coverage, I'm just going to use my liquid just because my spray is like almost gone. It's basically gone. But I ordered it yesterday, so hopefully it should be coming to me very quickly. But I did use the last of it to create a how-to tutorial and recorded it, so worked out. And I actually have that posted. I posted it this morning. So if you haven't seen how to put on the spray foundation or you ordered it and you're not sure, just watch that tutorial. It's pretty in-depth. If you're the shade and liquid, yes. So same shades are stick, liquid, and spray. So if you are, I can't talk today. I'm wearing lace, so I'd be lace in the spray as well. I also do have the shade Eyelet for my summer shade. And if you're not sure what your summer shade is, just message me or just let me know what shade you wear during the winter, and I can tell you what shade to grab. I see organza sold out. Yes, exactly. If you're organza and you want to grab it, I would grab the shade Velour. That's another option. I have taffeta, and it's a little too orange. So Denise, the shade Eyelet would be best for you in the liquid or the stick because the spray is out of stock right now. But Eyelet is very similar to taffeta in the colors, but it's just a little more like neutral, not so yellow undertoned. I can't decide if I want to turn my ring light up or turn it off. Hold on, let's see. What do you guys think? Off or on? What do you guys think? Yes, the spray foundation and the liquid foundation and the stick are all full coverage. Organza would be my summer shade. You would probably be either velour or lace in the summer. Okay, so that right there is about 4 drops of the liquid, and you can see how amazing this coverage is, you guys. It's super, super light on the skin. Doesn't feel like I have anything on. It's very, very like movable and buildable, and it doesn't feel heavy or look cakey. It looks very subtle. So you can stop here and have this be your coverage. So again, I did like 4 drops. And you can still see my freckles. You can still see my skin. Doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. Or if you're like me and you want to build, you totally can. So I'm gonna do like 3 more drops. Don't spill on my fingers. And I'm just going to dot this around my skin. And then I'm going to go in with my blending bud to apply the rest. Because the blending buds really make a huge difference on how smooth your makeup looks. Okay, on, good. I feel like I get to watch you live. Awesome. Hi. Both looks fine. Okay. Gigi from Buffalo. Which foundation is best for dry skin? So for dry skin, either the stick foundation or the BB Flawless. The BB Flawless is a tinted moisturizer, so it's a little thinner of coverage. So if you're wanting something full coverage, I would do the stick. But if you don't mind either way, then I would do the BB Flawless. Or you could do both. You could layer it. Lace in the winter. For summer, you could do the shade Taffeta. And like I said, make sure you grab it today because I am shocked that those colors are still in stock. So I know they will sell out today, and then the restock date isn't until June. So definitely, if you see your shades still in stock, definitely grab a few of them if you can. So I'm still just putting on my Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace. So, but now I'm using the blending bud to apply it. So I like to go in first with the brush just to disperse it all over my skin very evenly and very quickly. And then I like to go over with the blending buds, and these are damp. They're also by Unique. These, that's what I feel like I sound like. These are different from your like everyday beauty blender. This isn't something you can just grab at Walmart or Ulta or whatever. They're made from like a different consistency. They're almost like a wetsuit material, and they really compact the makeup down in a place rather than just like buffing it on top. So if you ever feel like your makeup doesn't look like it's settling right in your skin or just like sits on top or is looking like crepey or cakey, definitely grab the blending buds. They kind of place moisture into the skin as well while you're applying it. So again, it just makes your makeup look super duper smooth and soft, especially if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. It is game changer for that. What would you suggest for someone that doesn't wear makeup but wants a natural look? So Deborah, I would do the BB Flawless for you. Like I said before, it's very light coverage, but it still will take away any redness. And I need to drink the rest of this coffee is what I need to do. It'll even out the coverage of your skin. Even out the color of your skin. So if you have sunspots or redness, it'll just kind of mute all of that, but you'll still be able to see your skin underneath. No, I don't. Well, I do have Snapchat, but honestly, the only reason I have it is because my mother-in-law always sends me videos of the kids when she watches them. But I do not use it. I'm not a huge fan of Snapchat. There's just something a little too dangerous about something that disappears after 24 hours, you know? So I like to stay away from that. So we are on Instagram though, and I'm on obviously Facebook. So you can find me on Instagram and Pinterest if you search Rhea Hope. I also have a YouTube channel that I upload all of my content to, which I really like that one, YouTube, because you can search. It's really cool. I just did a pixie at the salon. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome. When you do pop on, make sure if you haven't already done so that you turn on live notifications. There's 3 little dots up here in the right-hand corner, and if you click those dots, you'll see the option to turn on live notifications. If you do right there, then Facebook will, or should, alert you when I go live. You can also click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. I told you guys I was tired. To click the share button. I'm really excited to watch you. I agree about Snapchat, right? What color am I in the BB Flawless? I can actually wear both. The BB Flawless is extremely easy to blend out because of how light of a consistency it is on the skin. You can easily wear bisque or honey. So I like bisque during the winter time and the springtime, and then I like honey during the summer. And then right now what I'm doing is I'm going in with my concealer. This is the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza. This is a really amazing product if you wanted to either bump up the full coverage like I am. Look how like flawless my under eye looks with that. Isn't that amazing? Or you can use it all by itself, which I've done in tutorials of my no makeup look. I can use this all by itself and then set it with my pressed powder for a very, very quick, like very flawless still look. Yes, Rhea Hope is my real name. Well, it's my first and middle name, but anyone that like was family always called me Rhea Hope growing up, or Rhea Roo. Does BB still give full coverage? BB Flawless is more of a light to medium coverage, but you can definitely use your concealer and your pressed powder to make it full coverage. How can I hide age spots? So to hide age spots, you definitely want the concealer and you definitely want the blending buds. You'd also want to make sure that your pre-makeup routine is like spot on. And what I mean by that, I'm going to continue doing makeup while we talk, but I'm going to use my blending bud and spray with my setting spray to really get it to cling on to my setting powder, which is this guy. This is the translucent setting powder. Now I popped the cap off mine so I could bake with it, which is just essentially taking a lot of setting powder and letting it kind of bake from the heat of your skin into the product. So instead of the oils or humidity or what have you moving around your foundation or your concealer, it's just being absorbed into the setting powder. Also helps to prevent creasing and helps to minimize the appearance of pores. But now I forget what I was saying. Age spots. Okay, so the pre-makeup routine is really, really important, and I go over this a lot in the beginning of the tutorials, and my pre-makeup routine, if you haven't tried it yet, you guys definitely need to give it a shot, because it honestly makes the biggest difference in how amazing your makeup looks. So what I do is I wash my face in the morning. I use my rose water. I spritz it on my skin, and then I let that dry, obviously. And then I go in with my setting spray, this guy right here, and I spray it all over my face, and then I let that dry. And then I go in with my Glorious Face Primer, and then I spray my setting spray again after that. So I kind of like spray and set my skin, and then spray and set the primer. So it's really just kind of sealing up my skin. So my foundation sits on top of that very evenly instead of like seeping down into my pores or cracks or creases or whatever. Yes, so send me a selfie facing a window, and I can give you a really good color match. Yes, the pre-makeup routine is like everything. Instead of baking because of fine lines under my eyes, what do you recommend doing for the setting powder? So Julie, what I would do for you is I would do this step. So I would take a light color pressed powder. So I'm using the shade Scarlet, but you can also use the shade Organza. And you're going to take a dry beauty blender. You are going to take it on top, and then you're just going to press it underneath. So this is going to set your under eye and set the creases. And if you use a lighter color like I am, it'll also act as a highlighter. So it's two birds, one stone, essentially. Oh, you're so cute. Aw, thanks, Kim. Love it. Oh, my hair almost like yours. Oh, we would have been twins. Yes, the pre-makeup routine is amazing. How frequently do you discard blending buds? So I usually keep mine for about 18 months until they start to tear, just from like washing them and stuff, but mine usually lasts around a year and a half. What product for skincare helps with the texture of the skin? Ooh, good question. The Uplift Beauty Serum and the Uology Serum are going to be amazing. Also the Rose Water because it's a toner. And then for face masks, you want to like really up your face masks. So I would do like them 2 to 3 times a week, and I would rotate them. I would do like your exfoliating face mask, the brightening face mask. Those two primarily will help change the texture of your skin very quickly. What do you suggest if the concealer makes you look cakey, but do you need the coverage? So Lisa, I would make sure that you are blending your concealer between your fingers really well to warm up the consistency, and make sure you like pat it on, and then you're using your blending bud to like really set it. And then if it is becoming like too cakey, you need to set it faster. It's just your skin kind of rejecting it. So set it immediately with one of the steps that I just showed you and tell me how that works. And then another option too, because some people's skin, everyone is different, and that's totally okay. So sometimes if you need to try a different product, so maybe try the stick foundation. I know, and I actually did this in a tutorial not too long ago. You can actually use the stick foundation, which looks like this. This is the darker color for contour. But it comes like a stick, so you can actually use that on your under eye as your concealer. It's still full coverage, but it's a different texture and a different consistency, so your skin might really like that. So that's another option for you too. Just want to let you know that yay, good job, girlfriend. If I wear eyelet normally, what would I use in the summer? You'd probably be the shade Satin, Helen, which is actually still in stock in the spray. I have oily skin and my pores are always showing. How do you prevent that? I feel like I've tried everything. What's your pre-makeup routine like? Because that really, really makes a big difference. What would you be a little darker for Scarlet? So, I hope I don't butcher your name. Malvina? I hope I said it right. You're going to want the shade Organza. Hello. Hi, guys. Both method cleaning bed. Oh, best method. I really like the Zote cleaning bar. It's a laundry detergent bar, actually. You can get it at Walmart for $1. It's a pink bar in pink and white wrapping. And like I said, you get it in the laundry detergent aisle, and I use it like as a washboard underneath warm water. I actually have a tutorial on how to clean your makeup brushes and all the things on my IGTV. If you go to my Instagram and then you click on the little TV on my page, again, my Instagram name is Rhea Hope. So if you go there, you can find that tutorial. Back to the sprays. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you got it. There's so many people that are messaging me this morning. They're like, no, I didn't get it yesterday. I'm so sad. If I'm organza in the winter, would I be in the summer? You would possibly be either velour or lace in the summertime. My winter shade is Tulle. What would be my darker? You would be the shade lace, because velour would be a little too yellow for you. The pressed powder color I'm using right now is the shade Taffeta, so it's the same exact product that I used to set my under eye, but now I'm using on a big giant kabuki brush, and this is applying it very softly, very airbrushed, very feather-like on top of my skin. There is nothing worse than using the little sponge that it comes with on your skin, you guys. That is going to make you look so heavy, so cakey. It's going to make you feel like you're wearing a mask. This coverage makes you feel like you have nothing on. This pressed powder, I'm telling you, even my ladies who are super duper dry skin swear by this. This is by far, I was talking with some unique girlfriends about this powder the other day, and we're like, this is honestly the best product Unique carries. Like, they nailed it. Hi, Dad. For fine lines, so you're going to want to make sure that you're upping your skincare routine. So using the Uplift Beauty Serum, they nickname that the Botox in the bottle because it helps to heal fine lines really quickly. You need more makeup. Okay, so now we're going to contour, which is super, super easy. Especially if you have the right tools. So one thing that you want is the tapered blusher brush. So this guy, because of the way it's tapered, the way it's shaped, it really does all the work for you. And then we're going to use the beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa. So I just like tap it in like this and then swirl it in the cap. You're definitely going to want to make sure that you swirl it, because the more that you do, the more separated the pigment's going to get on the brush. So when you go in with it, it's not like you're getting a chunk of bronzer on your skin. So if you ever feel like your bronzer looks too muddy or intense or just doesn't look blended enough, you definitely want to make sure that you're swirling like that. You should, Denise. Message me if you need, if you have any questions. Order taffeta, but I feel it's a little too dark. What could I go down to? You would want to either go down to velour or lace, Teresa. I would probably try velour. Hello, thank you. Yes, so if you want to be color matched or have any questions on makeup or skincare or need any help, just message me here on Facebook. So the best way to do that is just to tap on my face. A little description window should pop down, and you will click on my name. It's going to take you to my page, whatever page you're watching from, and then you can see the option to be able to send me a message. So if you still can't figure out that, it's totally okay. Not everyone's tech savvy. What you can also do is go to my website, rheahopebeauty.com. That's where you can find all of the tools, all of the products I'm using, but you can also send me an email from there as well. At the very bottom of my website, you'll see an option to be able to send me an email. Oh, jeez. I can't believe that the blending eyeshadow brush was sold. Oh yeah, it's still sold out. What is one shade lighter than satin? Taffeta, Lisa. Yeah, so the brushes should be back in stock really soon. All right, so top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and you're just gonna go back and forth and then turn your brush and just swirl it so it lightens it up, just the edges, because you want it to look really soft. So around the jawline is a really good place to contour, especially if you're a little bit older, because it kind of creates a shadow there. So if you are having just the droopage from aging, like I said, it creates that shadow, so it actually makes it look like your cheeks are way more defined than they may be. And then for your nose, I just squeeze the brush and run it down the sides. Just like that. One is one of the lighter. So on the website, it's listed as it's lighter, but it's actually darker than satin. Yes, I'm in my closet. Thought it was linen, one shade lighter than satin. No, you'll want satin because it's a little bit lighter. Linen is darker with more neutral undertones. But satin and linen are super similar, but they're both in stock, so I would choose satin over linen. Okay, so same thing on this side, top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and then just swirl like that. And then you could build this up. It doesn't have to be as bold as this. You can go a lot lighter. And I'm also using the middle shade. So if you wanted to use a lighter shade, which would be satin or sunset. All right, so now we're done with contour. So you definitely want to always use blush, even if you're not like a huge blush girl. I didn't really like the way that it makes, I don't know, it has a very clowny effect if you use too much. So I have found using different colors with different kind of techniques with your hand really, really helps. So this color right here, when I saw it on the website, I was like, heck no, there's no way I'm going to wear a purple blush. But when I got it and tried it, I was really pleasantly surprised. It's actually not purple at all when you apply it. It's more of a dusty pink. So use your blusher brush. I always tap in, always swirl on the cap, and then you're going to smile. And you're just going to tap this on the apple of your cheek and work up to the hairline, sticking closer to the bronzer. Should my concealer be lighter than my foundation? Typically, yes, if you want it to be more of a highlighted effect. But if you want something more blended and more like melted looking, yeah, he's my goddad. Then you can get the same shade. Yes, I know, right? Surreal. So that's this color. And it also has that really pretty highlighted effect in it. So it just simply gives you a flush color without looking like you have a bunch of blush on. The roller coaster was fun. Yeah, we were in Belmont Park last night with our friends. Okay, so you're just going to tap on like that. And then it simply just gives you this flush color. It's so, so pretty. Isn't that mind-blowing that it's this color but looks like this on? And this one is still in stock. Yes, it's so good. I know it looks so scary online, but then when you get it and you apply it, I was so pleasantly surprised. And it also still has that like really pretty like highlight effect. So if you did want to highlight, you can use something like that, or you can use an actual highlighter, which is what I'm going to use. This is the Touch of the Mode Luminizer is what their fancy pants name for it is, but it's just a highlight. So this color right here is called Opaline. I haven't used this color in a really, really long time, but it's very pigmented. So if you want to use just one color to get a really gorgeous highlight, this is what you'd want to use. So we're just going to very softly just kind of dust this on the tip and bridge of your nose, and then right on top of your cheekbone, just like this. So you essentially layer it. So it'll go like highlight, blush, bronzer. I have Sweet Blush and love it. Yes, it's super good. Yeah, it's really, really light. So Amanda, another one that you'd like is Surreal, because it's very much like Sweet in the fact that it's very subtle, but it has that really pretty highlight to it. So if you're wanting to try another blush, that would be the one that I would recommend for you. Hello from Florida. Awesome. Make sure that you click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner when you pop on. And then there's 3 little dots up here. Click those dots and then turn on live notifications. That way you won't miss out on any tutorials in the future. Yes, Surreal's super good. And like I said, it's still in stock too. And you can buy everything I've just used and I'm using right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Okay, so now that we have fully done our face, now we're going to move on to our brows and then our eyes. So I'm going to use first the lash brow comb, and this guy is like one of the most underrated tools on our website. No one, I feel like, talks about this, and it's something that I feel like is a necessity with doing your eyelashes, because you're going to take this metal side and you comb through the eyelashes like this, and it not only preps and primes your lashes for the mascara, but just like your hair on your head, you need to brush it. And same with your eyelashes. They get twisted and tangled just like your hair on your head. So I've definitely talked to a lot of people using this or not using this, and you complain about, you know, the mascara is not blending out very well, or it looks clumpy, or it's not separating. And it's always because your lashes are usually tangled, crisscrossed, all the things. So make sure that you are combing through your lashes, and that's the best brush for it. Spray blush. Ooh, that would be intense. When I search pressed powder, all I see is foundation. So yes, the Touch Mineral Pressed Powder is technically a foundation. So Mineral Touch Pressed Powder is what you want. And again, it's right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. It's going to be under foundations. Does the blush you're using today have shimmer in it? Yes, there is a little bit of shine to it. It's not intense though at all. It's more of like a glimmer or like a sheen than like a like a sparkle. What's the name of the brush that you use for the highlight? That actually isn't by Unique. It's by Stilazzi, I think. It's a tapered cheek brush, but any fluffy brush would work. It doesn't matter for that, which I just dropped on the floor. Yes, it's the same product, Bella. Okay, so now for brows, we're going to do the eyebrow pencil in the shade medium. This is my favorite way to do my eyebrows because it's super, super fast and it's very user-friendly. I have never been one to use like powders and pomades and all those things that you see other people doing. I just want it to simply give me some structure, give me some shape, kind of tie in the whole makeup look, and doing it quickly. So this is my favorite product, like I said. So it's, you have the retractable tip, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. It's only 19 bucks. Comes in 3 colors, super, super blendable, waterproof. It's amazing. It's super good. Hello, happy Saturday. Does it have, yes, exactly. It's exactly like Sisterly. It's just more of a dusty than a pink. I need to see how the brow palette, my brows are so thin, the pencil only lasts 6 weeks. So yes, Tina, you would definitely want the brow palette, and I could show you how to use it here in a second. Okay, so that's exactly how I do it. How fast and easy is that? Super quick. Okay, so I just start here where I have all the brow hair, and I used to not have very thick eyebrows. I used to have very, very sparse ones, and it wasn't until I started using the Esteem Lash Serum. So it's a lash serum. It's only 24 bucks, but you use it every single night, and you use it on your eyebrows and your eyelashes, and it seriously makes your hair grow like weeds. It's amazing, especially if you have very sparse eyebrows or none at all, or if you are going through chemo or have been or are going to. I've actually worked with a lot of people, so it breaks my heart knowing how many people out there have cancer. But I've worked with a ton of women who are going through it or are in the midst of it and love and rave about the Esteem Lash Serum. I've had a few actually say that they didn't lose their eyelashes because of it. Which, I mean, that's a testament because that stuff is potent. All right, so just like that. Super easy. Okay, so like I told Tina, I think, brow palette. So we also have a brow palette. Looks like this. So what you're going to want to use with this is the Brow Artist brush. Hopefully I can find it quickly because I wasn't prepared to use this today. Okay, cool. So brow palette looks like this. And it comes in 3 colors, blonde, brunette, and dark brunette. This is the brunette one, but what I love about the palettes is it comes with multiple colors. So a lot of people are like, not cookie cutter. Like you don't have like perfectly brown hair or you're auburn or whatever. So I love that you get multiple options with this palette. And then these down here are highlights. And then this is a pomade. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the angled side of your Brow Artist brush. You're going to just tap it in on both sides of the pomade and then choose whatever color matches. So obviously this one matches my brows, which is actually the natural hair color of my head. And you're going to take it, and I just tapped it in on all sides. Then you're going to do exactly like you just did with your pencil. You're going to start here. I just kind of like press it, and then you're just simply going to structure. Just follow the natural shape and direction of your brow. And this brush is what you definitely want because of how it's shaped. It's literally the perfect size of most people's eyebrows. So just like that again, so something to keep in mind also is you don't want to use a ton of the pomade or else your eyebrows will look waxy or shiny, which is not a great look. So use less of the pomade as you can. So typically I won't use a ton of it. And then again, start here, just like you would with the pencil. But what I do love is that the pomade helps to lay down your eyebrow hair and keeps it all together. So that is a nice benefit of using this. But if you do have very, very sparse eyebrows, and then like you said, you're flying through your pencil, definitely grab this guy and the Brow Artist brush. Oh, praying for her, Nicole. All right, so that is how you use that guy. So if you don't have a lot of brow hair, definitely snag that. And then also the Esteem Lash Serum. It's obviously a lash serum, but it's amazing for your eyebrows as well. Okay, so eyeliner time. This is the eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and I like to pop this on both my water lines, so down underneath like this, and then up on top, I just kind of set it there, and then I'll just kind of blink onto it, and I'll swipe as I blink. So same thing over here. And I love this eyeliner one because it comes in black, white, brown, ton of colors. And it doesn't smudge, it stays where you put it and doesn't build up in your tear ducts. It's on sale in the Kudos as well. Yeah, it's cold here too. It was like warm and beautiful and now it's cold. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I said I was going to use Addiction Palette 3 today. So I actually took out all of my palettes and put them in this guy. So this is a refillable palette by Unique. You can get it under refillable palettes. But I took all of mine out and I put palette 1, palette 2. This is palette 3 right here from this black all the way to this purple. And then you got palette 4 down here and then palette 5. So I've done palette 4, 5, and 1 already. We're going to do 3 today, and then I'll do 2, 6, and 7 this week. Oh, I hope you feel better, Joni. No, I haven't done palette 2 yet, but palette 2 is amazing for smoky eyes. Okay, so I'm going to wipe off whatever was on here from yesterday. I love this little, it's an artsy makeup brush remover. It's really nice for eyeshadow brushes. I try not to use it too much because it does like pull, it's a little rougher, so it does pull the hairs on the brushes. So I wouldn't use it all the time, but it's really nice for if you're in a little bind. Aw, thanks, Amanda. I love doing makeup with other people. Love the brow palette, yes. Use the darker on the tail and the lighter one on the front. Definitely a great idea. Yes, absolutely. All right, so fluffy crease brush, and then we're gonna go in with this color right here, which is a light kind of sheeny gray right there. And we're gonna start with that one first, and that one's gonna be like our base color. So I'm gonna grab that on my fluffy crease brush, and then I'm just gonna pop that on the crease and brow bone. So some things that I always keep in mind when I'm doing my eyeshadow is you're gonna think rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. And thinking that little method in your head really helps your technique because you're applying it very blended, so you don't have to blend it out later. Another thing that really helps is swirling in this outside corner and then taking it inward like this. Really, really helps because it is going to create a lot of depth on this outside where you want it, so you don't have to go in with a super dark shade later. I think I need a lash serum. It sounds amazing. It really, really is. The lash serum is only $24 too, and like I said, you put it on your brows and your eyelashes every single night before bed, and it usually lasts like around 5 to 6 months. I think I need the lash. What type of primer do you recommend for fine lines? Glorious Face Primer, yes. So we have two. We have the Glorious Face Primer, and then we have the Hydrating Face Primer. And obviously, if you have dry skin, you'll use the Hydrating. Everybody else will use the Glorious for now, until we come out with an oily one, which I hope is soon. Okay, so now we're going to take this guy right here, which is a matte pink color. I forget what the name of this one is. I think it's Tickled. But this is actually one of my favorite pinks ever, because it is honestly the perfect shade. It's like dusty rose, but it's pigmented. So we're just going to slowly build that up, and I'm going just right on top of that color, and see how it's just kind of turning it this really, really subtle, pretty pink. Oh, it's so good. Darkens it up just a touch. So you're just going to start to blend that out, and I'll just kind of go slow. It's always, yes, tickled. Nailed it. I knew it. I forget what I was saying. I was so excited that I remembered the name. So same thing on this side. What's the name of the palette you were using? It has a lot of nice colors. So this is actually all of the palettes. So I have Addiction Palette 1 through 5 in this guy. So this is Addiction Palette 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them. I just took them all out. I used a butter knife. It was really messy. Be careful if you're going to do it. Took me like 10 minutes. Put them in. It's really nice, especially for traveling, because I take all 5 palettes with me. It's really nice. And then you can get the Addiction eyeshadow palettes, any of them, on sale in the Kudos this month. Hi guys, welcome. All right, so once we have tickled all up on there, see how it just changed the color to like be really dusty pink? It's so gorgeous. All right, I'm going to change up brushes, and I'm going to grab this guy right here. This is the Deluxe brush. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this brush a lot because it is seriously so important with eyeshadow. I'm going to spray it with my setting spray, which makes it cling onto the pigment really well and just makes it a little more darker, I guess. So we're going to take this color right here. This is so hard. This one right here next to Tickled. It's like this really gorgeous kind of taupey metallic color. It's not shimmery, but it's like metallic. And we're going to grab that, and then I'm going to push this on the eyelid. So I'm not really like swiping it or sweeping it along the lid, but more doing like a pushing motion. And that technique really helps be more intentional with where it's going and how intensely it's going there. So I always tell you guys to keep in mind when you're doing your eyeshadow where you're holding your brush. So if you're choked up on it like I am right now, it really applies it darker. And if you don't want it darker, you need to loosen up your grip and hold it towards the back. Holding it towards the back is going to make sure that you're not pushing super hard. So when you are doing your crease colors or your outer colors, make sure that you're holding the brush towards the back. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, absolutely. The Liquid Touch Foundation is incredible coverage. So good. What kind of coverage do you recommend for rosacea? For rosacea, I would recommend using the Hydrating Face Primer and the Liquid Touch or the Stick Foundation. Both of them are really amazing, but I have psoriasis, so I kind of know what you're feeling. And I would definitely make sure that you are stepping up your skincare game. I used to have really, really, really bad psoriasis on my eyebrows to the point where that's actually why I have no brow hair in the front, because it would like peel it all the way off. It was terrible. And I started using the Uplift Beauty Serum, or Beauty Oil is what it's called, and the Uology Serum with the rose water. And those three together, I swear you guys, have totally healed the psoriasis on my face. I don't struggle with it at all now. It's crazy. Aw, thank you. I've been getting tattooed since I was like 18. My oldest brother is a tattoo artist, so I was his guinea pig for a while. But if you are local here in San Diego, make sure you go see him. He's really amazing. He's very talented. His name is Ben, and he works and owns the tattoo shop in El Cajon called Hot Rod Tattoo. Go follow him on Instagram and you guys can see his work. But he's really, really talented. Yes, rose water is really important. I went back and ordered satin. Yay! Awesome. I'm so glad you got it. Thank you. I know, isn't this eyeshadow look so pretty? Alright, so now I'm just taking that blending brush. There's nothing on this. And then I'm just going like this on the top portion. And it's just going to soften out the outer like edge of the eyeshadow look, which is always really important because it makes it looks very soft. Eyeliner touch up next week. Oh, awesome. Yes, for sure. Okay, so once we've done that, we're pretty much done with our eyeshadow look. I'm just going to do one more step. I'm going to grab the liner shader brush. This thing is incredible. I'm going to use the liner shade, and I'm going to take the darkest color in palette 3, which is almost like a black, and I'm just going to very softly at first glide this along the under eye just like this. And what this does is it's going to smoke out the whole makeup look, making it kind of look more sultry. But what it also does is it makes your eyes look a lot larger, and it also kind of makes it look like you're wearing mascara on the bottom lash line, which I personally don't like wearing mascara down there. My lashes have gotten so long from using the Esteem Lash Serum that they touch my face. So when I'm wearing mascara, so I don't like to wear mascara down there. So this step is perfect. And I don't have to worry about like my mascara smudging or anything. Such a good step. And see how it really just completes the makeup look? I know someone asked about taffeta being a little orange. What was the one you recommended instead of Dawn Eyelet is the color. Eyelet. I'm going to go back in with that pink and just very softly touch up that hue along the outer edge. Just like that. All right, almost done. Thank you. I'm going to link my outfit over on Instagram as soon as I get off. All right, so now important step. After you're done with your eyeshadow, if you have any fallout or it looks a little bit messy, what you're going to do is take an empty brush and sweep along. And then I take my blending bud, what I used with my foundation, and then I very intentionally, meaning like kind of harder than I normally would, bounce this off my under eye. And this not only sharpens up this outer edge a little bit, but it picks up any pigment that may have fallen. Who is single? Oh, my brother? No, he's married. Where did you get your big powder brush? Message me, Amy, and I can give you the link to it. They're out of the beauty oil. Any idea when it'll be restocked? I believe later this month. I'm getting my eyeliner touched up. I already did that one. When do you think you're going to use the palette with the bright colors? Addiction Palette 7. I'll use that definitely this coming week. I'm going to do like a St. Patrick's Day eye look with that. All right, so now I'm going to set my makeup. And I always set my makeup before I'm actually done with it because it makes my lashes prepped and primed for my mascara. Also, when you put on mascara, it's like a wet consistency. So if you were to do that and then set your makeup with even more wet stuff, you're just asking it for it to like transfer. So work smarter, not harder. All right, so first things first, I go in with my lash primer. This stuff is seriously game changer. It really makes a huge difference on your eyelashes. It not only hydrates them, which helps them to grow, but it also has a property in it that helps to curl them. And it makes your lashes even more longer and fuller. So if you're not using lash primer, you guys definitely need to. It's underneath lashes on my website. So like I said before, everything I'm using is available at RheaHopeBeauty.com. And if you need any help shopping, if you're not sure what products to get or what method to get them in, because I know it can be expensive, and obviously the more money you save, the more makeup you can buy. So just message me and I can help you figure out like the most cost-effective way to get what you want. And honestly, the best way to get a ton of product for a really good price are the collections. So if you go to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and then you go to sets and collections on the website, go to collections. There are a bunch that are already designed, and you get to pick all of the colors, and they're all heavily discounted. They're all 15% savings. It's crazy. It's such a good deal because if you got that, plus the kudos, you would essentially have like a full makeup look. Yes, these are my eyelashes. I use the Esteem Lash Serum. And then I have on the lash primer. All the good ones are taken. I learned that the hard way with my setting spray. Mascara, yes, right? I love that you're taking care of your lashes and not adding. I don't know the first thing about putting on makeup. Jamie, that's why I'm here, girlfriend. Just message me and we can get you set up on a regimen that's more your speed. And I love full coverage, but I've also been doing this for like 4 years. And when I color match you guys, I don't expect you to be like full glam right out the gate. Like if you want to ease into it and try the foundation, learn how to do mascara, learn how to do blush or whatever, I'm here to help you guys. This isn't like Sephora where I recommend all these products to you and then you never hear from me again. This is where you get your products. I want to know how you're loving them. I want to see, send me your selfies. Like there's nothing better than seeing your guys' before and afters. Honestly, it makes my day. So if you are loving the makeup, make sure you shoot me those before and after photos. And then if you need any help picking out your products, like I said, even if I have so many people that are like, I'm a silent watcher, I've been watching you for months and I don't say anything. Message me today, you silent watcher. Message me and let's get you started on your makeup. How can I keep my liquid foundation from coming off and going on my sweater? So Amanda, you're definitely going to want the setting spray. The setting powder also is a huge help, and so is the pressed powder. But those 3 products are definitely important. Thank you. I use a setting spray, but my makeup still comes off my coat. How do I stop that from happening? So you can use the setting powder in those areas, which would be really helpful. Also, make sure you're using your blending buds. All right, so that was the waterproof mascara and the 4D mascara. So you get to choose either one of these in the kudos. So either one, but honestly, I would probably choose the 4D just because it is so good. You get crazy great length and volume from using it. All right, so for today's lip look, I'm going to do an oldie but a goodie. First things first, lip liner. This is the lip liner in Prudent. It's my favorite. I use it almost every single day. It is creamy. It glides on. It makes your lips look powdier. It's smudge proof. They're only $15. You can use them like over your whole lip or just to line, but they honestly make such a huge difference. So we're going to line it. And so where my lip line ends, that's where I put my pencil. And then I'll just follow the natural shape. Just like that. Okay. All right, so once it's on, then I'll kind of color in a little bit, like that. And then I go in, I'm going to do the shade Subtle in the liquid lipstick. These liquid lipsticks are so good. They're so matte, but they're matte without like pulling or drying or crusting or anything like that. They stay creamy and they have a really great hold for being just a lipstick. So again, this is the shade Subtle. And I'm going to take it all the way to the lip liner. Okay, so now that that's on, I went a little too overboard, but it's all right. Here's a little trick. If you do go too out there, like, whoa, Rhea. I'm going to take my empty liner brush and just wipes it off. All right, there, fixed. At least catch you at the end. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Okay, so last thing, I'm gonna kind of ombre this lip look out, and I'm gonna use the shade Sparkling in the liquid lipstick, but I'm gonna wipe off a lot of the product, which is key. Less is more. And I'm just gonna pop it right in the center. Like that. Not very cute. But I'm gonna take my finger and rub this in. And see how it totally changes the color? Oh, so pretty. And there you go, there's the lip look. So again, that was Sparkling and Subtle in the liquid lipsticks. And then of course we use the lip liner in Prudent. I overdrew my lips kind of dramatically today, but it's all right. We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it. So that is the whole makeup look. We did Addiction Palette 3 on our eyes. I love the way it all came together. So like perfect with this top. So like I said before, if you need any color recommendations, you need any help picking out any products, just message me and I can help you pick out your colors. And if you have yet to grab the spray foundation, you guys, grab it today. It's gonna sell out of all of the colors, but there's a ton of colors still in stock. A lot of the darker ones are still in stock. So if you are a tan lady, you are like sitting pretty right now. Make sure that you grab your blending buds to apply the spray foundation and all of the foundation options really. But message me if you guys need any help. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys actually at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna do a try on with the Pink Fox Boutique. Sorry. So Pink Fox Boutique and I are going to do a little try on at 12 with some really cute stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.